Welcome, everybody, once again to Haunt Chat Live. Tonight in our spotlight, we have Science Behind the Scare with Nick. Yeah, he's all excited because he knows he's next. Everybody give a nice warm welcome to my one and only Grave Digger.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to Season 4, Episode 4. 4 and 4. That's 8. Don't be late. Oh, it is 8. Oh, yeah. Well, actually, it's 8:02. We're starting a couple minutes. Oops.
Whatever, you're fine.
Whatever. I don't listen to my own advice. How you guys doing? Welcome again. First off, I want to do a little quick apology for all the curliness and everything here, because we had a parade to do today for our Haunt Sinister Sydney, and it got rained on. But the show went on. Rain or shine, doesn't matter. We walked through it, and
my dress is soaking wet from it, so
I feel a little moist.
Yeah.
I feel a little moist.
Yeah.
But like Mistress Laurie said today on the show, yeah, that's what it. Okay, Okay, yeah, we got it. Today on the show, we have got Nick Beiser from Science Behind the Scare. He'll be coming up here in just a moment. Again, we don't have any giveaways tonight, so don't worry about. We'll still remember what you hear, because you're going to hear a lot of good stuff. But don't worry about sending in anything like that. We'll get back moving on that probably after Halloween, after October. We'll get back into that kind of stuff. Yes, Patricia, moist. So anyway, without further ado, let us introduce. I gotta find the right key to hit. There we go. And we're gonna introduce Mr. Nick Beiser with Science Behind the Scare.
Yay! Welcome.
How you doing, Nick? Yeah, you can talk now. You're allowed.
Well, thank you.
Well, good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, to be here. I'm looking for something here really quick while
You're sharing your screen, though.
Oh, I am. Oops. Yeah, don't want to do that. Live shows, you gotta love them. Yeah.
And that's why I'm here to keep him in line, because
what would I do without
our
him?
producer's not here at the moment.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we kicked him out. He got to take over last month with our July 4th celebration. Well, I went out blowing shit up, so that was fun. All right. So anyway, Nick Beiser, how the hell are you? Welcome. Glad you're on the show. Talk. We've got great show. Cannot hear him. Can't hear Nick. Why can't you hear Nick? You should be able to hear Nick. Nick, talk. They say they can't hear you. You're all there. Let me check my things here. Oh, that might be why. There we go.
Try again.
Try again.
Check.
Check 1, 2. Check. Check
Okay.
1, 2.
Everything should be good at this point. Because why did I have monitor only? Why did I have that? I don't know. I never have that. So
We're
anyway.
good, James?
Yeah. Somebody tell us that we're
Check
good.
1, 2.
Still can't hear him.
Check 1, 2.
Oh, come on, Susie. You can hear him. Everybody, give us more. Sing for you. Oh, James says, there you go.
Okay, we got you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
What would we not do without our live audience? I have no idea why that setting got set. But they can hear you now. So now, go.
Excellent. So, yeah, it's a pleasure to be on. I love you guys. I love Haunt Chat Live. I try to tune in all your personal feeds, too. I love what you guys do.
Okay.
He does a lot of those.
Yeah, how can you possibly have time for that?
I don't. I try.
You try. Okay. That sounds legit. We're good with that. So, yeah, and as you know, I do a lot of different things. But Science Behind the Scare, now, our show, we do once a month, first Saturday of every month, 8 p.m. Central Time. Because beyond that, it becomes work. And I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. Now, you decided to kind of jump in full force. you've been putting out a
Yeah.
whole bunch lately.
Well, the thing is, I don't do it year round like you. I'm only on maybe say June until the end of August. I don't do it during the haunt season. I don't do it during the holidays. So when I do it, I plan out time to try to do at least 2 a week.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Dang. That'd drive me crazy.
Yeah, I know, right? I'd have to be writing promos galore, and yeah, that'd be way too
Yeah.
much work for me. But so Science Behind the Scare is on. You try for twice a week.
I do Sundays at 7 and Wednesdays at 8. Every now and then I'll have an extra show. Somebody can't make it one of those days, and I'll do it Mondays or just a random day sometimes.
All right, good. That was the info I was trying to pull out of you there. That worked. That worked well.
Pulling teeth, pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
I know, I'm kidding.
I just had a tooth pulled not that long ago. That's not a fun thing either.
No, it's not.
No,
No.
that's not. No,
No.
not at all. All right,
But
so
it terrifies some people.
yeah. So give us the background of Science Behind the Scare. Now I know that this kind of came out of the haunt you were working at, doing some stuff, and you decided,
Yeah.
oh hey, let's do this.
Yeah, I work at the Dent Schoolhouse. I'm a haunt actor there. I've done a few other things there. But I was in a scene one day and I was having particular trouble getting out dialogue. I had a couple one-liners, but nobody wants to repeat the same thing over and over again all night long.
Right.
So in order to try to come up with more dialogue, I tried, I had like a butcher knife in my hand. And I was like, well, what was the prop maker thinking when they built this prop? You know, what was the set designer thinking when they put that lighting in that spot? What was the makeup artist thinking? What was the costume designer thinking when they aged my costume in that way? The person that cast me in that role. And I started to dive into the science of everything that goes into that scene in order to help myself with better dialogue.
Okay, all right.
And eventually, I had just recently been on Haunted Honeymooners.
Love
their
those
show.
guys. They are watching. Hi, Patricia. Hi, James. How you doing? Wonderful
I
show. Check
got
out
their
Haunted
badge
Honeymooners.
on.
Oh,
got
yeah,
their
yeah.
badge on right
Yep,
next
yep.
to
Look at that. He's even repping you guys. That's awesome.
Nice.
And Sinisters, isn't he, too?
Well, yeah.
So yeah, I was trying to find better dialogue, and I had just been on their show, and I was like, oh, that would be cool to do a show like that. And I was like, well, why don't somebody do a show on the science behind what goes into a haunted house? So I threw around a few names and eventually came up with Science Behind the Scare.
There
There
you
you
go.
go.
Says it all, don't it? Or most of
Yep,
it.
yep.
Good
And
opener.
then it's all about how we dive deep into the hows and whys of haunting.
And that happened fairly recently. You haven't been on the air for too long. What was your first show? When was your first show?
My first show would have been August last year.
I knew
Last
that.
year, I just tried to create the channel and get some content out there.
And you had that safety show, and let's see, what other content did you have out
Yeah,
there?
my very first show was all about actor safety with a firefighter and EMT.
Right.
There you go.
I saw that one.
I interviewed Tabitha Barron from CFX Masks. We also talked about, I did a interview on scene with Capples, which is a Halloween store in the Cincinnati area. I did a show with Secret Haunted House. I think I did one with a few other people, quite a few other people. I did 13 shows in 10 days. That's why I can't remember all of it.
You know, but I seem to remember seeing one that personally I think was the best one out of all of them.
Oh, you must have been the one I was talking about where I was just talking by myself. No, I had you on.
Boy, he danced around that one
Boy,
quite a
he
while
did,
for you.
didn't he? He
Yeah,
made me
I think he
work
did it
for
on
that,
purpose.
baby. He made me work for that.
Yeah, I had you on, and that was an excellent show, talking about what you do.
Yeah, like,
With Sinister City, we talked.
yeah.
It was mainly about haunt community.
Yep. Luckily, I have better internet now. I remember my video on that one was a little bit messy. I have better internet now. I had to for doing, we as soon as it was available, we got it. So everybody should be seeing you and should be seeing us wonderfully. Oh, even Scurry Face is watching tonight. Awesome. Hi guys, how you doing?
Yay, Scurry Face.
Woohoo. Scare Actor Spectacular. They are in the finals. I got to throw this out there. Lena Bites versus Toxic. Both of them are favorites here.
Yeah.
I can't tell you who to vote for, but yeah, go out
Go
there
out
and
and
vote.
vote.
You only get one vote in this 2 weeks, one vote per IP, period. So it's important. Go out there to scurryface.com and make your vote. All right, let's move on. Back to Science Behind the Scare.
All right, I found it. It was August 13th, 2019.
There you
That's
go.
That's why I was stalling. I was trying to look it up. It was almost a year ago.
So you're gonna have your one. So what are you gonna do something on August 13th, 2020, for a 1 year anniversary show?
Well, no, that wasn't my first video. My
Well,
first video was July 15th.
Oh, so you missed it.
August 15th was our show.
Yes.
Ah, gotcha. So
Gotcha.
are you gonna do something on August 15th to celebrate the 1 year anniversary? Just kidding.
I don't know. If you have time, I might have you on again.
I don't even know what day of the week that is. We'll talk about that one later. So your very first show was when? July what?
July 15th.
Okay, so you've already passed. So
2019.
you're a little over a year now. You're more than a year old. Good.
Yep.
Out of the diapers and moving on.
Yeah. The first year was just to get some content out there, let everybody know what I was about.
And I got to say, I've kept my eye on you over this year. And we actually talked in the very beginning about having you on the show. And I said, well, you're at that point, you'd only done a couple of them. You're very fledgling. I said, let's let you do a few more interviews. Of course, our thing is we do interview shows. So let's you get your feet wet and go on. And I've watched you over this time, and I've watched you progress. And I got to say, that first one, you were a little stiff. But you have loosened up and you have grown wonderfully over the last year. I just want to put that out there. You've got.
Well, thank you very much.
Our first show wasn't all that.
Shh.
Yeah.
We're talking about him now, not us.
It happens to everybody. That first show can be scary. I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Just
That was my point.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Not us.
Yeah.
No, whatever.
Yeah, I did take my very first one, which again was actor safety at the haunt, and edit it. There was a lot that I messed up. My heart was pounding the whole 34 minutes and 51 seconds.
Wow. Yeah, a little stage fright there, and you're just out there, and
Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right. You made it through, and you stepped forward. You stepped through the fear, through the scare, and you've continued on. Yeah, Haunted Honeymoon says their first show was horrible also.
Terrible.
Terrible, yeah. Oh, yeah, not horrible. It wasn't horrible, but it was terrible. So
I recently put together a montage
I
of
saw
a lot
that.
of their shows.
And the funny thing is, I watched that. I got a chance to tune in just in time to watch that. Of course, you didn't tell him that I saw it before he did.
I told them that when they were watching it.
Oh, did you? Okay, I didn't hear that part. But it was funny. His reaction to it was like, "Wow, we had some really crappy shows," and I get the same thing when I look back at a few of ours, over the last 4 years. That we've had a couple that, I haven't been on point, maybe.
Well, yeah, when he said that, it was kind of a double entendre because he was talking about the toilet brush too.
Right. Yeah, a few crappy shows. I just got that. I didn't catch that. I just got that. I've had a long day. I've had a very long day. And I'm old, so, whatever.
We'll let it slide.
All right, so tell me, with Science Behind the Scare, where do you want to go with this? where do you want to go with the show? How do you want to grow? What do you have a focus? Exactly. Okay, here's what I want it to be. Here's what I'm working towards.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm working towards um, being about makers. I want to help everyone in the haunt community. I like it that people that aren't in the haunt community tune into my show, but it's geared towards every show ideally will have one tip, trick, point of view, or piece of insight that can help someone that might be struggling to design a costume, design a set, or even for the high end haunt marketing director. Maybe give them a tip of, oh, well, maybe I should try advertising on that because a lot of our people might be watching that.
There you go. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like good goals. That sounds like good
Mm-hmm.
goals. Yeah, we cater to the haunt industry also. So I get that. Although we have a lot of non-haunters who tune in just to see what this weird twisted world is about. So
Oh
that's
yeah.
those are the fun ones. Those are the fun ones. So, do you do what kind of advertising do you do for Science Behind the Scare?
There's been once or twice that I've put a couple bucks towards the Facebook ad to boost your post.
Right.
Um, but and I made some shirts, gave them out to a few of my friends. But really, I just share it out and try to get word of mouth. I don't do much advertising for it.
Well, and you belong to several haunt groups and things like that,
Well, yeah.
so you can post things out to
Actually,
there.
that's more so that way I can get networking, so I can get people on my show.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I have a few shows still open in August. If anybody wants to be a guest.
There you go. There
you
you go.
go.
Send them thing. If you got any kind of an insight, if you're any type of a science major for behind the scare or anything like that, get on there. Help the man out. He's got some open spots. And now you're only going to go through August. You said you're not going to go into September.
No, because the Dent Schoolhouse will be opening up. I have their Facebook page here, September 25th, and of course we have our everything we need to do to get ready, building up to that. But September 25th is opening day for the Dent Schoolhouse.
Cool. Now,
And once I start haunting, I'm into that full force, and I don't have time for anything else.
I'm looking at the feed that's going on right now. There's a picture of you up above that I swear is Johnny Bronto. It's one of the shots that you sent me. Looks like Max 3.0.
Is it the animated one?
No. It's one where he's kind of looking out. You're looking off like this, and you look like Johnny Bronto. You don't look like Max. Of course, Maximus, one of our favorite people, who also works at Dent Schoolhouse. Who, by the way, if you guys were watching before we started the show, Max is the one who played the bass to my Gravedigger song. Thank you so Max. Thank you so Max.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Max. There we go for that birthday special.
Got a question from James. Dent Schoolhouse. What's that?
What's the Dent Schoolhouse?
Gee.
It is a haunted attraction in Cincinnati, Ohio, and it has been consistently ranked for years and years among the top 10 in the nation. It's been on Travel Channel multiple times, all over the place.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
It's kind of a big
Yeah.
deal.
Kind of a big deal.
One of our goals is to get up there and get to it. When we were in Ohio, we didn't have a chance to go there for that, but one of these days we'll be able to get back up there and do that too. There are so that's a good question. Do you have any? No, we can't go there. You work at Dent Schoolhouse, so no, we're not going to go there. You can't be saying. I was going to ask you, do you have any goals of here's a haunt I really want to go see, kind of a deal? But yeah, well,
I do.
Oh, do you? Oh, can you say that?
Yeah. There's one over in England called Cursed. I recently had him on the show, and after the interview, we sat there and we chatted for almost 2 hours.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And I told him I'm going to try after COVID to travel and get over there to England and come see his haunt.
Oh,
Nice.
cool. I was in England back in the early 90s, like 91, something like that. I was over there for a while, and it sorely disappointed me. And I'll tell you why. The whole time I was there, I did not see one single bit of fog.
Oh,
There was no fog. It was sunshiny. There was no rain. I wanted London fog, you know what I mean? And I didn't get any of that. It was just beautiful weather. And that,
huh.
oh well, we'll have to go back to get some London fog.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so tell
Take
us.
a jar with you.
So you've told us a little bit about Science Behind the Scare, where you're coming from, where you're going. What about Nick? What about Nick Beiser? And I had to ask him how to pronounce his name because it looks like Beiser, but it's not. It's Beiser. So just so
I
you
get
guys
that a
know.
lot. That's how I know if you're a telemarketer. If you call me and say Beiser,
Got it. So if I were to have called you and
I'm doing a lot. Well, if you want to talk about personally and with the channel, I just became a brand ambassador for Don't Be a Monster. It's a
Oh.
nationwide anti-bullying campaign.
we love Don't Be a
And-
Monster. We sponsor them
And,
as the Haunt. So
I've got a couple codes for your fans and some of my fans.
Ooh, so
if you-
wait a minute. So they're actually still gonna win something, even though we're not giving away something. They're still gonna win something tonight. There you go. Listen up, folks. You don't even have to send in an email for it. All right, go ahead.
All right, yeah. Well, right now they're doing their Frank's Fun Run, which is a charity event. If you want to participate in that and haven't registered yet, use code EARLYBIRD. You can get 15% off. And if you have not purchased a Don't Be a Monster shirt yet and you want to buy one, go now. Science Behind Frank is the code for 15% off.
Oh, so that's for like a first time buyer.
No, that's for if you. Well, that's until August 9th.
So,
Uh,
but I
there might
already
be a
have
Monday
one. You said if you don't have one yet, you can use that code. I already have one. Can I still use the code?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, awesome.
Okay,
awesome.
good.
So that's Science Behind Frank. Is it Science Behind Frank or Science Behind the Frank?
Science Behind Frank
Science Behind Frank.
will
Yeah.
get you 15% off your total purchase of all their merchandise.
Oh, hey, there
Awesome.
you go. There you go.
Awesome.
Y'all heard it here first. Science Behind Frank.
Yeah, I've always loved their T-shirts. They are some of the softest
yes.
material.
Yes.
I
yes, they
love
are.
their
Just-
shirts. I don't know who they get them from, but I
Agreed.
want one. Yeah.
They feel so ooh la la.
Agree.
Yeah, they're very nice. All right, so sorry. So Science Behind Frank. You mentioned another code, something about early bird or something.
Yeah, they're having a charity event right now where they're trying to get people to run out. It's called Frank's Fun Run.
Right.
Basically raise money and get out there and get some exercise in the neighborhood. Or if you don't run like me, you can walk. But if you want to register for that, you can use code EARLYBIRD and get 15% off your registration fee.
Gotcha. For the fun
There
run.
you go.
Okay, for the fun
Yep.
run. Got it. So fun run, early bird, 15% off that. Any merchandise you want to buy, Science Behind Frank, get 15% off that. Thanks to Science Behind the Scare and Don't Be a Monster. And for those of you, he touched on it. Don't Be a Monster is a now worldwide anti-bullying campaign going on. That's out there, and they travel to schools and they send Frank around, and they have all kinds of learning setups for it. Wonderful people over there. So
Yes, they are.
don'tbeamonster.org is where you go to check that kind of stuff out. And when I wear my t-shirt, on the back of it, it's got a saying, and I get people all the time are like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And that is in a world where you can be anything, be kind. So I love that saying. And so, yes, we have all that. All right, back to Science Behind the Scare while we're coming down to our final couple minutes here. You've got more to say. There was more, and I always send out an intro email to my guests, and I say, what do you want to talk about, things like that. And it was longer than what we talked about so far. You had a few more things, so I want to give you a couple minutes here to make sure that you get out everything that you want to mention.
Well, I definitely want to mention my YouTube channel. I'm working on trying to get that up and running. I've only got a couple videos uploaded just so that I have a channel. But in order to get my custom URL and a few other things set up the way I want, I need a minimum of 100 subscribers.
All right, so here's the goal tonight, guys. I have a link in this post. I have a link to his YouTube channel, and it's that long link that's down there. I want you all to go out there and click on that, open it up, and subscribe. And if you have more than one YouTube account, go out under each one and subscribe. We got to get the guy to 100 subscribers.
Yes.
That's how you get the science behind youtube.com/science behind the scare, to make it nice and simple instead of all those long numbers and all that. So go out there and subscribe.
Let's say you don't have an hour and a half to sit down and watch the whole interview. I'm going to be splitting it up and editing it for what you want to watch on that YouTube channel.
There you go. And if you're subscribed, you'll be notified when he does that. So I personally, I don't even care if you watch the videos right now. Just go out there and subscribe. Get him his URL. And then as he's uploading content, you'll get notifications that he uploaded a new one. And then you can get that information out. Otherwise, you are at facebook.com/science behind the scare. You've
Correct.
got the one on that. Hi, Roberta. Hi, Sammy. The people are saying hi on here. I just wanted to make sure I gave them calls back. Callbacks? Is that?
Shout outs.
Shout outs. That's what it is. Again, old. I don't follow all that stuff. I actually had a friend ask me what TY meant. The little short. He said something nice, and I said TY. He's like, what does that mean? Of course, he's older than I am, so I had to tell him. But you know what TY is, right? The thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm not that old. I get that. All right.
What else
Nick,
you want to get out?
What else you want to get out? Wrap it up.
Well, you asked me about personally. I do also volunteer for the for the Cincinnati chapter Red Cross Disaster Action Team. So if you guys get a chance, they're in need right now. There's a shortage of blood. I know they don't do blood in Cincinnati, but most other cities they do. So if you get a chance, go to your Red Cross website and check them out.
Cool. Okay, so Red Cross had that. I like callbacks. Okay. Reading one of the comments. So is that it? You got any highs? Any name drops you want to do?
Yeah, I got a million people I want to shout out to, but we don't have that much time. Everybody at the Dent Schoolhouse, all my fans, thank you so much for tuning in. I just recently hit 600 follows, and that's a big deal for me. I appreciate it. Haunt Chat Live, love you guys. Haunted Honeymooners, Haunt Scene, The Dead Girl. Yeah, there's a million of them.
Yeah, I get it. Well, Nick, I want to thank you for being on here. I'm glad that we finally had a chance to have you on the show. We look forward to seeing more from you, from all the things that you're doing and all the stuff you're putting out. We'll watch the stuff through August, and we'll look forward to July when you start coming out with more new stuff. And in the meantime, I'm sure you'll be editing and posting things to that YouTube channel from the things that you've done over the last couple of months.
Yep, that's the plan.
That is great. All right, Nick, we're going to say goodnight to you. I appreciate it. You hang on the line, but we're going to hit back over here. Glad to have you on again. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you.
And, my dear, this is the end.
Oh, no.
Of this show.
Okay.
We'll have a show next month, too.
There you go.
And you know who it's going to be? You know who's going to be on? I'm not going to tell. you're gonna have to watch for that next promo. Ooh, and then you'll find out.
Okay.
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 So
I can
know
do that.
I know she's kind of hurting a little bit. So
Yeah, a lot bit.
yeah, a lot bit. So we need to be going on that. Thank you all for tuning in, and once again, it has been a blast.